and welcome to this episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. I am currently relaxing after a long day of classes and meetings and work, and I just lit a few candles and I'm just enjoying the moment. And I think it's super important to find those moments where you can just practice gratitude and sit with your thoughts and sit with yourself after long days. It's really important to prioritize your mental health and your overall well-being. Sometimes life can be crazy and throw a bunch of things at you where you feel like you have no downtime, but even if it's an hour or something during the day, it's really important to find time to relax, because your brain will only work if you are taking care of it, which means finding time for yourself, whether that be reading or journaling or literally anything to prevent feeling burnt out. So that's my little advice to you guys. And I wanted to talk about just focusing on your goals and living for yourself and just trusting the process, because it can be daunting, or you can easily compare yourself to what others have posting, or I don't know, just achievements or celebrating. But you have to remember that achievements and successes come at different times for everybody, and if you were to compare your successes to somebody else, that would just be a little bit unfair to yourself, because everyone goes through their ups and downs, and nobody, or I won't say nobody, but a lot of people don't choose to share their low points in life, and they just post highlights of what's going on. So definitely it's important to take a step back if you feel bad about yourself, because your time will come where you will shine, no matter what that means to you, whether it's gaining followers or celebrating a new job, or just something that personally you feel is a success. So definitely trust the process and keep what your goals are in your mind, so that you never fail to have something to work towards, and you never kind of fall into a spiral of confusion, because I feel like it can be easy sometimes to lose your track, especially when there's just a lot going on every day for so many people. And it's definitely important to know who you are and to set goals for yourself that will help you achieve what can help you in your future and things like that. So especially as a college student, I think it's important to have your priorities straight, and also surrounding yourself with those people who make you feel supported and comfortable with who you are, and you can be yourself and you feel supported. I think that's really important. I sometimes take relationships not for granted, but I don't realize the importance of finding those real true friendships, because they can totally make such a big impact on who you are, and how you think about what you're doing and stuff like that, and just somebody that you can go to for advice. Because I wouldn't say that you should trust everybody, as there's a lot of people out there who don't necessarily want the best for you. But when you do surround yourself with the people who do want to see you succeed and who make you feel good about who you are, then those are the people that you should keep around, and you should build genuine relationships with and make them feel special, and that you appreciate them in your life, because it's super, super important. And I think as I get older and as I mature, I notice that more and more. So for anybody listening, maybe you can relate that sometimes you just need to know who your real friends are, and it's better to have a handful rather than a bunch of people who may not be the best to be around, because you just feel drained and they don't actually get you. It's kind of just I don't know, not a healthy relationship. So also, I think that regarding my podcast, I've come a long way in realizing that I do it because I love it, and I've made amazing connections with people that I feel like I can call my friends, and that's been one of the most amazing parts about it. It was actually so sweet. The other day I got interviewed about my podcast and just about my like fashion style and like how it all began the other day by a girl for her class, and it was super sweet. And it just like when she was asking me the questions, it made me realize like that I'm truly passionate about it, and I love creating content. I love welcoming guests, and I love talking to them and making friendships, and then like seeing them in real life. And like I don't know, I just feel like it's a beautiful process that I keep continuing and growing with. And to be able to have prominent names and brands like, you know, Burberry and Angelina Paris and Eat Pretty, which I just welcome them, which is a cafe pink inspired on the Upper East Side in New York City. So just like names like that where you feel like you're making an impact not only on yourself but also like in their brand, so you are able to spread awareness for their brand as well as grow my own brand. It's like really nice because it's like a mutual, you're mutually getting something out of it. And it just is really inspiring to see all the support I get, and I just want to thank everybody because it means a lot to me. And I think the reason why I'm so passionate about it, or part of the reason, is because of the support I receive and the positive feedback. So it's super nice to have this outlet where I feel like I can um be myself and know that there's true people out there who are supporting me. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm super excited to be able to release episodes for anybody all over the world to listen to. Our episode will be releasing shortly after this one with Eat Pretty, which was one of the names I mentioned. And they are the cutest Upper East Side based like coffee shop and eatery and like pastry shop um based in New York City, and they have like seasonal drinks like pretty hot cocoa it's called. And I don't know, just really, really cute and unique, and it stood out to me when I visited New York City and I went there, and I was like, it would be so cool to have them on the podcast. And the owner, who's so sweet, was able to coordinate a time that worked best for her, and we were able to chat yesterday. And it was just awesome, and like it reiterates why I do what I do. I love talking and meeting with people, and so I think in life you need to find some sort of purpose or else it can get boring. So for me, that's my podcast creating and networking. But for you, it might be like something totally different, and that's fine. But I think in order to be your happiest self, you should find a passion, and there's something that needs to be within you to drive you to be different and to stand out. And you don't want to fit in with people because it's like there's nothing different about you. You want to stand out because you were born to, and there's nothing worse than feeling like you're not reaching your fullest potential. And I have to say, most of the time it's due to fear. So step out of your comfort zone and don't be afraid to embark on new endeavors and new adventures, because the easiest thing to say is yes. And if it's not something that you intended would work out the way it did, then that's fine. But at least you tried it and you gained a new experience. And it's all about growing and learning and failing and trying again and having new opportunities, because we're all young here and we're all trying to figure it out. So don't feel like you're gonna be so easily I don't know, discouraged by yourself. Keep working, and you'll eventually find what's meant for you, and you'll find people who are meant to be in your life. And work hard, that's the most important thing, and be consistent in whatever that may be. I promise your hard work will pay off, and if it's not now, where you want to be, you will be there in the future if you keep working hard. So, with all this being said, I hope this inspires somebody to try something new and not to be afraid to step out of their comfort zone and reach new potentials, because you only have one life. So you want to make sure that you live it to the fullest and you're becoming the best and most humble and most confident and most genuine person you can be, because the way you are, the way you feel about yourself is the way you will treat others, and you want to exude a positive light into others' lives so that they remember you um, for good reason. So, thank you guys for listening. I'm really excited to release the next episode, and I'm really happy that I can leverage my passions for working hard and um, setting goals and just being different to everybody. Because I think if each and every one of you were to take a second to think about what your purpose may be and how you want to go forward and live your life, it would spark a lot of new ideas and maybe even a new lifestyle and habits for you to succeed. So, with that, I hope that from wherever you are listening, you have a great night, a great morning, a great afternoon, and I will see you back here next week for a guest episode with Eat Pretty. I am so excited, and thank you guys very much for all of your support. I genuinely appreciate it and love every one of you from the bottom of my heart. So, thank you. Bye.